Good evening. Here is greatest of the great, Ned Isaac of the Great. As I creep my way up the guitar neck, appearing to you from my own world, which I have created for myself in my own private universe, where the laws of physics often don't apply. We'll get to that later. Anyway, um, I'm in a bizarro world this evening. Being up here on the fourth fret of my guitar with a capo, I've never usually play up that high. And so what happens to me is I've got a thing. I was blessed to be born with a gift called perfect pitch. So that means that I know what all these notes are without ever having to hear them, and that I can sing any notes you ask me to out of my head without needing a reference pitch of any kind from an instrument. So when I get up here on the fourth fret with the capo, suddenly I'm thrust into what is a bizarro world for me, which is the world of strictly relative pitch. I have to. Yes, dear, I hear you. So and I'll be right there, I promise. This is for you anyway. So, yes, I'm completely dominated by this woman, and I don't care what anybody thinks of me because it's the greatest state of euphoria I've ever encountered to be a complete servant and follow orders without question and obey and have no will whatsoever of your own. I did plan on getting to that, but I was talking about perfect pitch and relative pitch, right? So what happens is I need to just figure out where the next chord is going to go from the one that I'm on because I really don't have time to think about what what the actual name of the chord is, right? I mean, is that an F sharp or what? No. The hand just has to, your fingers just kind of go. So anyway, the song that I want to do for you tonight, I've been trying to find a key for a couple days. What's the best key for me to sing it in? Because the original artist has a much different voice than I do. She's an alto, and I'm a bass or a second tenor at best as far as where my voice sits in the range. And so I've been creeping up the neck. I hope I got it right this time because this song came out of nowhere yesterday. It was inspired by a force of nature that has come into my life, whom I call Artemis the Huntress. Artemis is ruthless. She is my mistress. She dominates me. I was out walking in the wilderness one day, and she saw me and claimed me as her prey and shot me with 3 arrows, and that was the end of it. I belonged to her forevermore. I never actually knew it could work that way, to be honest with you. So anyway, we've been trying to arrange a meeting, and this song came up. But after I recorded it once, I didn't think I quite had it. So never had tried to play it before, So I went to sleep, and I had a visitation in my sleep that night from Aphrodite, who was another goddess of my acquaintance. And so the next day when I recorded the song, it was still all about Artemis, but it was about Aphrodite too, okay? It was less focused, I think, is what I would say. So today, Artemis did something which revealed her true nature to me in a way I just had not quite ever seen before. And she showed herself to be the sweetest, most compassionate, kindest, gentlest, considerate, loving person I think I've ever met. I don't know if I've got enough heartwarming things to say to the way this girl made me feel for what she did today. So it's all about you, Artemis, and your eyes are the camera, because your eyes are the cameras into my soul and have been since the moment I first saw you. Now, as far as the song goes, see what happens when I think of Artemis too much. All the will just drains out of me like water out of a hole, and I become, giddy and stupid and don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So, before I get too much stupider, I'm sorry, dear. I'm going to get to the point here. Prince wrote this song, which I didn't know before, because that's a great thing about covering other people's material. You start to realize, you learn things, whatever, Now, Prince, you might not know this, was an absolutely ass-kicking motherfucker of a guitar player, okay? So, if I would aspire to shine Prince's shoes on guitar, I would aspire to sheer greatness. That's how fantastic he was. I don't think a more talented individual ever walked the face of the earth. And yeah, I regret that I didn't pay more attention to him when he was around. But he clearly had a huge impact and influence on me. So I treasure his memory, and I treasure the fact that he was here, and I treasure his music just as much as my own. Now, moving on to the singer, it was Sinead O'Connor. Sinead is someone who I sympathize and I resonate with on an extremely fundamental and deep level, because she has been so beat down, picked on, pushed around, talked about, and abused for the simple reason that she is absolutely overloaded with raw musical talent. And not just raw, of course, developed well. But she has such a gift. Talent oozes from her pores. She sheds it when she walks down the street, leaving people in awe. I have no doubt, because I've never had the pleasure of seeing her walk down the street, but I hope to someday. So the song is Nothing Compares to You. It is written by Prince. It is sung by the great Isakov. It is all for you, Artemis, the huntress, who slew me in the woods and captured my heart forever. you better try to have some fun, no matter what you do. He's a fool, 'cause nothing compares to you. All the flowers that you planted, mama, in the backyard all died when you went away. I know that living with your baby was so much hard, but I'm willing to give it another try. 'Cause nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you. My dearest Artemis, nothing compares to you.